Namaste, beautiful souls. This is probably another one of those videos that you're going to want to save and watch again and again, because I'm going to ask the angels about timelines, about physical symptoms, because a few of you have been writing in our community here that you've got physical symptoms, like you're actually physically ill, and how can you heal? So this is really big. And then someone mentioned about getting confused between like what's an illusion, what's real, what happens if I'm really in pain. So we'll go into that as well. And then we've got angels and AI. What do the angels feel about AI? So stay here with me, enjoy all this energy and light, because it's coming through. And right now on earth, what I'm getting is that we have this opportunity, especially like this month. July feels incredible, like hard, because the shadow's really showing itself. Like we're really seeing the patterns that have been hidden inside of ourselves. So hard in that way, but so rewarding if you stay vigilant and aware and conscious and dissolve those patterns, because the light of you, consciousness, God, the soul that you are, is so bright that just by seeing those old patterns, by them coming up to the surface and you witnessing them, that's how you dissolve them, that's how you clear them. And we're doing the work this month, because there's a lot of patterns that are showing themselves, and we are clearing them, which means we're emptying out. And as we empty out and we're carrying less baggage from our ancestors and our prior conditioning and all those beliefs that we've believed in, as we're emptying them out, there's more space. And what happens in space? Consciousness, God, spirit, soul, higher vibration, deeper awareness, stronger intuition, psychic abilities tune in, sensing and feeling the world rather than thinking your way through it. All of these natural abilities that we've forgotten about because we've so long on earth had the ego running the system start to come back online. And this is why I teach Reiki, because like for me, Reiki, Ray's universal, key is energy. It's not just about healing yourself, and it's also about deepening your intuition and getting all of these natural gifts that are available to you, but that we block because of the mind, activating them again and dissolving all those blockages so that you can be at home in your heart and live from love and be in the higher vibration and be a part of the new earth. This is what it's all about. This is why I create these videos. This is why we have this community, and my Instagram as well, a wonderful place to get resources and tools. So if you aren't a part of that community, then go find me, Natalie Namaste with an underscore at the end. So Natalie Namaste with an underscore at the end, and come and join my Instagram community. And there's also my email community where I send beautiful messages once a month, plus special invites. I don't send loads of emails, just special invites and one very detailed, downloaded, loving, and also you get to know me through the emails. And so my email address is natalie@natalienamaste.com. So if you aren't a member, just email me and say, hey, please add me. I want to be part of your email community. And we'll do that. So, beautiful souls, let's just dive right in. Timelines. Angels, what are timelines? Divine beings of light, we are here with you, bringing in the most wonderful rainbow light and frequency. We hear your question, and we first want to support you in letting you know that right now on earth in July, because so many of you, and if so many of you are doing the work and dissolving the patterns and the shadows and emptying out and remembering who you are and feeling the power of the creator that you are, so many of you do this, then there's a collective raising of consciousness, raising of the frequency, and you're then able to receive more wisdom, energy, and tap in and connect to different timelines. We will answer your question on timelines, but we also want you to know there's a rainbow of color coming in. All the different colors are available to you. And what this means is that because emotions are a rainbow of color, for example, frustration and anger is a deep red, fiery energy, and depression and sadness is a cooler, murkier, bluish gray, fuzzy energy. And as you process all these different emotions, you are then able to access higher frequency of those colors, a beautiful bright red, a deep blue, to counterbalance the fuzziness or the blockage of those emotions that you might not be releasing fully. And as these colors come in with the rainbow light, you're then able to release the emotion fully and empty out. And yes, releasing an emotion is not always fun or not always comfortable, but what we say to you there is, keep going, always go further, give yourself space. Know that the rewards from releasing emotions are that you stay healthy, that you stay aligned with the light of your soul, that you stay in tune with spirit, that these emotions do not block your life flow, your spiritual energy and light, that you stay clear, open, balanced. So it is so worthwhile giving yourself space and saying, I give myself space to let go of anything that's blocking me, any emotions that are inside of me that I'm too scared of facing. I sit with them now and I feel them and I allow them to move out through tears, through sweating, through sound, through release, in whatever way they want to move out. Because emotions are energy in motion and they want to move. They do not want to be held inside of the body. So in July, you have great emotional waves, a lot of different colors that are here to counterbalance and help you to release the densities from inside, letting them out and letting you hold higher frequency light and color in your body, that you may be a rainbow of flowing color, energy, and light. Be the radiant being that you truly are. July is such a powerful month for all of you. It is giving you opportunity to shift individually and collectively into higher frequency timelines. So, what is a timeline? A timeline is a possibility, an opportunity that exists in the field. Everything is energy before it becomes materialized, before it becomes an experience or a physical pleasure or pain, before it becomes even a thought form, which then becomes an emotion, which is experienced physically. Everything is energy first. And right now, outside of you, there are millions of different timelines, millions of different opportunities, frequencies, energies that exist. You know, when you have an idea that just comes in, comes out of nowhere, it's come from a timeline, it's come from an energy state. And all of a sudden, your energy matches this timeline and you're able to access wisdom, information, ideas, and you have thoughts. And then they come down through your chakras, through your energy centers, and they become manifest. They become part of your life. They become an experience, something that you experience, something that then you go and create. It might be a delicious meal that you thought about. It might be a new business or an idea that you want to create and you want to bring into this world. You are accessing timelines that are in resonance with your vibration. So as you change your vibration, and how you do that is by emptying out, releasing emotions, and freeing yourself. That means you raise your frequency as you release blockages. And this is all part of the journey of spiritual awakening, of Reiki, of healing yourself. As you release old patterns, you open up to more light, which is what Reiki is. Reiki is universal energy and light that channels through you. And then you access higher timelines, higher codes of light, and then you bring them into this world. And so, beautiful souls, the timelines await you as you become an energy match for something that is available then to your energy, your vibration. You draw it in and you make it happen. Right now on earth, you have incredible things going on. Just pause and look. Look at AI. Look at technology, how it's advancing. Look at how far your mind is expanding and how much more you're able to imagine. Before you were limited by the mind. You were running off fear and you were scared and you didn't believe in the creator that you are. And because of that, you kept yourself limited, but you're breaking through those boundaries and those limiting beliefs, and you're cracking open to the infinite creator that you are. And as you crack open, more light's coming in. More light means more inspiration, which means your mind is expanding and opening. And as it does this, you are then opening to higher timelines, higher frequencies, new opportunities. You are only limited by how small your mind can think. When your mind opens and you can think wider, you can bring back the unicorns, the dragons, the giants, the aliens, all the fairies, the goblins, the gnomes, the beings that exist in higher dimensions. And as you crack open your mind and you start believing bigger, and maybe you can feel the amount of light we're beaming through for you, goosebumps, tingles, expansion of your mind, then you start to bring in higher frequencies. You start to bring in the timelines of all the wonderful creatures that have been forgotten because you thought that you were small and you couldn't create, and that you had to just work, earn money, and be a parent and just just survive. But all of that, now you can be a parent with creativity, loving your children, guiding them from your heart and your intuition. You can do your work with love from your heart because it inspires you, and money will flow in. Expand your consciousness, dear ones. This is the time for greater timelines to come in, both individually and collectively. Timelines are energy. They are consciousness. They are frequency waves that await a consciousness that is ready for them. So as you become more and more open and ready for greater, bigger things, your energy field opens, and timelines that were once not available start to come in because they match your energy. They are opportunities awaiting. As you dissolve shadow, as you dissolve lower frequency emotions and patterns and liberate yourself, you are lighter, and your energy sends out signals, and these timelines enter, and you create heaven on earth. Individually, do the work, heal yourself. Be vigilant, observe the mind, observe the emotions, observe the patterns, dissolve them. There is work to do every day. This is a conscious awakening. This is awareness that you need to have. Awareness every day. Awareness means that you are conscious and aware of the thought patterns and the emotions that are arising within you, that you are listening to your self-talk and what your mind is judging of others. Stay aware, and we'll go deeper into this in a moment. As you stay aware, you dissolve the patterns and you bring in the higher timelines collectively, because so many of you are doing the work and waking up. You are now drawing in a timeline so fast, faster than we all even imagined. Us, the angels and higher frequency beings, we've always been holding space for humanity to draw in higher timelines. And we are amazed and proud of you because you're doing the work so fast. And you may notice that it's just one wave of emotion after another, and that your mind's sometimes going crazy and it just feels too much. It's not too much. You are just going at a faster speed to transmute and dissolve everything that's been blocking you from the creative, imaginative, magical energy that you are. And you're doing the work collectively, and it's powerful. You are releasing so much, and that means you're bringing in these amazing timelines at a rapid rate. If you think about how Earth has been evolving so slowly, that if you think it's not that long ago that you were cavemen or living off the land as nomads. And then you've used your mind by expanding your mind, and you've created more and more and more. With all these things that you're creating, you are expanding the mind, and you're believing bigger, and you're bringing in more timelines, more wonderful creations. When you create from your heart, you bring in such incredible timelines. When you create from fear, you bring in discomfort, challenge, problems, disease, illness, and war. On earth, you've been creating from fear for too long now, and so many of you are realizing this. And so you are making a conscious effort to stop yourself from creating from fear. Recognize when you have a contraction and when your mind is telling you, oh no, this is going to happen if you don't do this, and it's manipulating you, and it's making you fearful and worried and anxious. Do not respond to that. Do not react to that. Breathe in and out. Let it out. Do the work. Release those patterns. And only when you come to neutrality, only when you come back to balance, you'll then start to feel the energy and the light of your soul again. You'll feel the inspiration again. And that's where you create from. That's where you take action from. Taking action from your heart. And as more and more and more of you do this on earth, you are attracting in greater, brilliant timelines. And you are accessing more love. And you are bringing the new earth here into being. And it's happening at such a rapid rate because you are doing the work so fast. You are transmuting and dissolving the collective and the individual shadows at such a rapid rate. Well done for doing the work. Keep going. Don't be scared. Keep going with it. It is immense and powerful, and you will access the infinite consciousness light, bringing God here through the individual experience, and heaven on earth will exist, and less of all the negative things that have been created from fear will exist. They'll start to dissolve because more and more of you are heart-led. And this is what timelines are, and how you can bring them in, and what you're doing, and what's happening especially in 2025 and the next few years afterwards. It's just incredible, and we are so proud of you. There are millions of angels. We are all coming down to support you because we are so proud. And we thought that this would happen a little bit later, but it's just happening so fast because you're having a mass global awakening. Spiritual awakening is happening so fast, and you are doing it. Well done, divine beings. May you spread this word wide and far, because this message needs to be heard by many. This can help the higher timelines to come in. This can help many people to heal and to free themselves. Well, I knew this is a powerful video. Whoa, that my ears are like releasing stuff. Maybe can you feel that? What are you experiencing from this download from the angels? My whole room has gone white, silver, pink light. Wow, my body's vibrating. Share in the comments what you're experiencing, and yeah, I just would love to know. This is so powerful. So, okay, so we've spoken about timelines, about what's happening, about collective, and then what I want to ask the angels now is about, because someone else has asked this. Someone asked, if everything's an illusion and this is just a dream, but I feel physical symptoms, like I'm in pain, but you're telling me this is a dream and it's illusion, I'm confused. And I get the confusion, I understand that. So let's get some clarity from the angels. Dear ones, it is a dream. You are creating through your mind. It's a mind-made dream, but it's a real dream. You're really having the dream. The truth is, the absolute truth is that you are consciousness. You are God. You are oneness. And in that oneness, there is just peace, love. There is no separation. There is no mind to witness itself having an experience. No thing exists there. There is no one to understand itself. When you go back, and all of you will go back to the oneness, including us, the angels, because we are a separate experience of consciousness, a very, very high frequency one. We will all end up going back to the oneness. And because there is no such thing as time, we will then have another thought, and we'll have another creation, and then we'll come back to the oneness, and then we'll have another thought and another experience, another creation, because that is how beautiful this is. So the oneness exists here in the present moment. It is not outside of you. It is not something that you need to achieve when you die, but actually that you can experience and have glimmers and experiences of it while you are embodied. It is your true nature. It is the only infinite truth. Everything else is a mind-made dream. However, what is happening in the mind-made dream feels very, very real. It's real while you are experiencing being a human. It's real when you have physical pain. It's real when you experience pleasure. It's real when you feel emotions. It's real when you go through a challenge or have a wonderful, miraculous experience. All of it is a dream, but it's a real dream. You are experiencing being a human. The absolute truth is that you are God, you are consciousness, and you are having a finite human experience. This is very momentary. This doesn't last. Everything here in this dream is impermanent. It comes in and it passes. Nothing stays the same here. The only truth, the only thing that stays the same is God, is consciousness. And that is deep, deep down underneath the layers and the wind and the turbulence and the experiences and the passion, the desires and the fears and everything that is experienced through the mind and the emotions as the human. And so both are true. At one level, the depth of consciousness is that only consciousness is true, because it's the only thing that lasts. It's the only truth that lasts. It's the infinite. This momentary human experience that you have is a dream. You are dreaming. You are dreaming yourself into being. You are God. You are consciousness having a mind-made human experience, a momentary dream. And when you start to wake up in the dream and you remember what you really are, then you're no longer run by the ego, by the mind, and you can actually use the mind to manifest and create from the heart, not from fear. And that is where you bring God, creator spirit, fully embodied in the body. And that's where you dream big and beautiful. And what is happening here, when you have physical symptoms, you are really experiencing them. And so on one level, yes, the dream is an illusion. What is this dream? The dream is an appearance based off your vibration. So you can take full responsibility for your dream, because everything you experience is based off your energetic state. What you think, what you feel reoccurs, and that creates your beliefs, which creates your identity, which creates your persona, your personality, which creates the character that you are, which is what you attach to. You attach to the character. You believe yourself to be Natalie or whoever you are. And when you realize what you really are, that you're consciousness having a dream, you create a detachment, you create an arm's length, you create a space between the character and what you're creating. And in that space, you remember who you are, and more light of consciousness is able to exist in the dream. And so you consciously act and respond from a higher awareness. So that is available to you. But first you have to do the work. You have to realize, okay, well, I have physical pain. This physical pain, this discomfort, these challenges that I'm going through in my dream, they feel so real, they're so uncomfortable. I'm really going through them. So I have to bring all awareness back to me, and I have to be very vigilant and notice, what is my mind constantly saying to me? What emotions am I trapping inside of me and not allowing out, not allowing to be expressed and released in a healthy way by giving myself space to release? What am I blocking? What is in my own field? Why is my vibration sending out signals into the world that is magnetizing in challenge, discomfort, disease, physical pain? And this is very empowering because it means that everything begins as energy and then it becomes physical and an experience and a physical pain, which means it can go back into energy. You can heal. You can bring everything back to the energy stage so that it's no longer part of your existence and your experience. But it takes work and it cannot be done just in one moment. If you think about how long it's taken for you to have that, to get that disease, it's taken thousands and thousands of thoughts and emotions and beliefs for it to then physically manifest. So it will take some time and great awareness to then heal it. So be patient, be loving, and remain vigilant and aware. Bring full awareness to yourself. Do things like Reiki and do things like meditation and yoga. And those practices will help you to maintain awareness, will help you to move the energy that's stuck inside of you out, clearing it out so that you can fully come back to wholeness, which is God, which is the ultimate reality of truth. And you will start to dissolve those frequency patterns of shame, of blame, of keeping yourself small, of fear that have created the disease, the blockage, and the challenges in your life. So instead of attaching, oh, I am the victim of my life and please help me, rather go, hold on, I'm the creator of my life. On some level, I've gotten stuck in my shadow. I've started to believe negative thought patterns. I've trapped emotion. I've been running from fear, and it's created these challenges. It's created this discord in my life. It's created disease in my body. So I am going to be empowered and take back my power and my light. And I am going to watch my mind, my emotions, and watch what's happening. And I know that my outside world is a mirror of what's happening inside of me. So if people are ignoring you, then what are you ignoring about you? If people are saying mean things to you, then what mean things is your mind saying to you? Do not blame other people for how they treat you. Take what they're doing and bring it inside and notice how you treat you, because they're just feeding off your frequency. Everything outside of you feeds off your frequency. Everything outside of you is an appearance based off your vibration. This is a dream based off your vibration. So you can change the dream. Wake up, take back your power, and remember that you are the creator and that you have to do the work. You have to dissolve the patterns. So stay aware, have the awareness, and don't just look at the symptoms of the physical diseases that you're experiencing. That is just a symptom of what you've been saying and thinking and feeling of yourself and your world. Begin with doing the work on yourself. That is where it begins. It is so important. And as you release all those layers, those patterns, those beliefs, and the way that you treat yourself, you will then notice that other people start treating you different, that those diseases, those blockages, those illnesses start to change because more light of your soul comes back into your body, and that light heals. And those blockages that you had dissolve because you do the work. Remember, this is your dream, and you can create from a much higher frequency if you dissolve all of that low frequency that's blocking you. Take back your power. Remember, you are the light. Well, beautiful souls, that answers the question about the physical symptoms and the illusion. So you can understand that there's two answers. From the level of God consciousness, consciousness is the only reality. It's the true reality. It's the ultimate reality. It's absolute truth. And then we're having a dream. The dream is the illusion, but actually it's you're in it. You're having this dream. So as much as it's just energy appearing as form, it's a real dream as the human, but you don't want to attach to it or resist it. So you don't want to be operating from the level of the ego in the dream. That's the difference. Yeah? So that answers about how to heal physical symptoms. That answers all those questions. So the last question we have, angels, is about AI, okay? We want to know if angels, you would like to communicate with us through AI. No, we do not. We do not want to communicate through technology. We could, but we want you to remember that you are a soul, and we do not want you to attach to anything in the 3D. We want you to enjoy, play, and have fun with technology and AI. Just play with it, have fun, just like you get to play with anything in your life. Anything you create, have fun with it. Don't attach to it. Don't rely on it as a resource to get your information. Each one of you has direct access to us. And we do not want you to then go and find someone else, like a medium or a channel, or something else, like a computer or a technology device, to connect with us. We want to empower you to connect with us directly. And your lower mind might say, oh, but I can't hear you, I can't feel you, I can't connect, I can't channel. And when you say that, what we say to you is, do not believe that lower mind, because you are consciousness. You are a soul having a human experience, and your higher mind, your soul, has access to every bit of information, everything. You can access all wisdom. Every single one of you can. And what blocks you and stops you is your lower mind thinking that you can't. And so we invite you to face your lower mind and notice that you're not your lower mind. Don't believe what it's telling you. Face what it tells you. Face all its fears and its restrictions with love. Beam the light that you are to everything that it tells you, and nurture it and love it and say, I'm not believing what you're telling me, but I love you. And thank you for showing yourself to me. And the more love I give you, the less and less fear you have, the more and more you start to work with me. And then your lower mind and your higher mind work together. And when that happens, you feel us, you sense us, you experience us. And we want you to know that each one of you experiences us uniquely. One of your 5 senses is stronger than another. Maybe it's your smell, your taste, your hearing, your feeling, your seeing. Whichever sense is stronger, use that sense to connect with us. You can also journal, write questions, ask us directly, and we will channel through you. Your lower mind might go, oh, I don't think so. And if your lower mind does then first you need to release everything that your lower mind wants to talk about. So first you journal about all your fears, everything your lower mind wants to talk about, all its chit-chatter, write it out and burn it. And then you empty. And there you'll hear us in the emptiness. All of you can empty. All of you can have access to us. You do not need anyone or anything outside of yourself to get access to us. We can use AI. We can use anything or anyone, just like we are communicating through Natalie to you. We can use anything to communicate. We can play a song. The next song that you hear is going to be from us. We can flicker your lights on and off. We can even send energy to your phone, and that your phone all of a sudden does weird things. That's us. We can leave feathers. We can all of a sudden make a flower bloom out of nowhere. That is us communicating with you. We can knock a painting off the wall to get your attention. We can turn into a butterfly. We can access everything because we are infinite. We know the truth. And when you know the truth, you will return to this infinite state of knowing that you are not actually separate, that you are this divine energy that's flowing and connecting. You are interwoven into everything, and you are everything. It takes a bit of time because you've fallen asleep. That's part of the whole experiment and experience of being human. It's part of the wonderful dream that you are waking up within. Many times throughout the day, Natalie falls asleep and then she remembers and wakes up. You do the same. It's natural to fall asleep because part of the joy is the waking up. So we invite you to embrace it all and to remember that we are here abundantly to connect directly with you and through you if you so would like that experience. Each of you are here to experience life uniquely in your own way, just as Natalie, from her desire of her soul before she was born, was to come and help millions, help them to remember who they are, so that we can all ascend, so that you can all leave consciously when it is your time to die. And we love working through Natalie, and we love being able to connect with you, and we love you so much right now. We beam this light to you abundantly, and we invite you to remember you have direct access to everything. Have fun and play with all the creations that you're bringing into your third dimension. Enjoy AI, but do not attach to anything, because you will send your power and your light towards that which you attach to. And you want to keep your energy and light here with you so that you can be healthy, aware, and alive in the fullness of your being. We love you and we bless you. Wow. Thank you for these questions. Thank you, angels. Thank you that I can be a channel, that I do the work on myself every day, and that I'm not afraid to face like my own demons or darkness or shadows, and just that I stay aware to dissolve so I empty and remain such a pure, clear channel so that I can be in the frequency of the angels. And that I've been so nervous to actually admit that I am an angel, but I'm getting more and more comfortable with saying I am an angel. I'm an earth angel. I am the frequency of the angels, which is pure love and compassion and understanding, and I am that frequency while I'm in a body, an angel in a body. And it's really interesting. You'll love this. When I was living in Thailand, I went to a party, an event, I can't really remember, and there was a psychic there, and I was like, she only could speak Thai, and I had Thai friends, and I could speak like 4 words in Thai, and so one of my friends was translating, and the lady just looked at me and she said, and then she told my friend who was a translator to tell me to turn around, and I was wearing a dress that has like a low back. And so she just looked at my back, and I thought she was looking because I've got lots of freckles and moles on my back, and I believe that like the wrinkles, the freckles, the birthmarks, the patterns, everything that's on us is a reflection of how many lifetimes we've had, what planets we've connected to, what dimensions. I mean, it's fascinating. You'd need to book a one-on-one session with me for us to like dive into that kind of stuff, because that kind of stuff is really deep, and I'd need like direct channel with you. So please don't ask me that question in the group here. That's a lot for me. It's a lot for my brains. I need to actually be one-on-one with you. So anyway, then she looks at my back and she says, "Whoa!" She's like amazed by what's on my back, and I'm like, "What?" And she says, "You're an angel. You're an angel." And this is years ago. I mean, when I was living in Thailand, I would say, it could be 20 years ago. I can't really remember, but it could be 20 years ago. And at that time, when she said I'm an angel, immediately my lower mind was like, no, you're not. You don't deserve to be that. And I was already a healer at that time. Maybe it was like 15 years ago, but I was already channeling and, doing what I do and working with the angels. But, it takes time. It takes time to fully allow what isn't. Like really only now I'm like feeling more and more okay with saying I'm an angel. And so, that happened. And then something else fascinating happened. Was while I was living in Thailand, I was invited to this like prayer circle in a monastery with these monks. And I just love going to the temples, the Buddhist temples and the Hindu temples and wherever. Like, I love the frequency. I vibrate so strong and immediately cry tears of love and my heart cracks open and I'm like in stillness and one with God. And then download all the wisdom of the angels. And so I went, and just thinking that I'm a participant, just that there's a lot of strangers there at that time in my life. I was still a little bit like scared and shy to speak out. I liked doing one-on-one sessions, but I'd never done anything really in a group. But I was being, coming out of my shell. And so there I was. It was obviously the right time, because the monk did not lead the session. He just looked at me and he said, you are powerful. Please help me. And like this wise monk asking me, like little Natalie, and so I had to step into my power. And like, I just kept being in these situations where the lower mind that kept going, no, I just got forced and pushed out. And so I just want to share that with you, because what the angels are saying is that we need to really dissolve that which is blocking us from the immense light that we are. Because so many people say to me, but I can't do what you do. And the angels go, are you believing your lower mind? You've got work to do. You've got to release that. And I just want you to know, it didn't happen overnight for me. It's taken years. And I'm still doing it. And so I just want to give you that comfort that it takes time, and time is fun. This is the whole journey. I've got no destination. I love this whole experience of oh my gosh, there's another layer. Here we go. Let's dissolve it. And then the freedom and the expansion after dissolving a layer is immense. That's why more and more people are joining my Reiki courses, because the way in which I'm teaching, I'm just mind blown. I'm like, whoa, I can access all information? What? Yeah, when you clear all the blockages, you can access anything. Anyone can ask me any question and I can access the answer. Someone asked me, Natalie, how come, how do you know if there's a pain in the right shoulder that it's connected to the father wound? Now, I just know because of practice and because of dissolving the shadow. And so I say to you, practice, make every day a practice of maintaining awareness, and make your own self the great experiment and experience. And so anytime you have pain in your body, meditate into the pain and ask yourself, where does this come from? And you'll learn, and you'll grow, and you'll have the power to heal yourself and to help others. And this is what it's all about. Yeah, it's amazing. So I'm here to support you. And as you know, I've got the Reiki course on the first weekend and second weekend of August. I've got, what else am I doing? I've got the Reiki Hub, which gives you direct access to developing yourself as a healer. So if you are Reiki level 1, 2, or 3, whether you've trained with me or someone else, and you want to develop your gifts and you want to be able to really understand what's happening, like a medical medium, or really you could ask why is my left big toe throbbing? And then the answer comes in is that you've got to slow down, and it's getting you to connect more with bring your brain and your heart together. So someone here must have something going on with the left toe, because that just came in. So it's like that. You get more and more support, understanding yourself, your own journey. You get to share what you're experiencing, and you get to activate your gifts. So it's a beautiful circle, the Reiki Hub. I'll include the link below. I'm thinking right now, there's nothing else. Oh, of course, the 11th session. So every 11th of the month, I've got more and more people joining, because you know that you access the angels, you access high frequency. I've had people message me afterwards saying that they've had profound healing. They've had profound expansion of the mind, and now they're having massive realizations. Just miracles are happening every 11th of the month. And I have special healers that join. And the 11th of August, I've got Lynne Stukart, who is an amazing healer and light on earth. So That's everything for now. When I feel inspired, meaning great spirit through me says, Natalie, it's time to offer something else, I will, and I'll let you know. You'll be first to know, my beautiful community. You and my email community get to know first. So, from my heart and soul and from the angels, have a beautiful rest of your day. Listen to this video over and over again to integrate it. Thank you for being a part of my community, and please comment, let me know how you are, what you think about this video, what you think about these messages from the angels. Add hearts, add likes, and share this video with others, because this can change the world. Namaste.